Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Morning, everyone. It's me. We're back. More Mass Effect Andromeda.
I can go down there.
Hope everybody's doing well today. Texas is about to have hell froze over again. There we go. Let's say offline. Give it a second. Oh! Okay, where's Hayden?
Fold orbit is steady.
Okay. No, it should be 4, but...
Species are at odds. This clock's right now.
I don't care what she says. We can't work.
Okay.
Top scientists have few answers, as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. This is HNS.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost them around.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Okay.
Ah, Ryder. Grab a seat.
So yes, after that, the Ket tightened security. I've only just got back.
They must be afraid you're close to figuring out exaltation.
A comforting thought.
It's satisfying to wipe that smug look off Ket faces.
I meant to thank you for the star maps.
Oh, of course. I'll be charting the Scourge for a while, though Ryder's data from the vaults is helping.
I'll send you our latest.
I'll take a copy as well. Anything to expand the search grid.
You're still looking for stasis pods?
And finding them. Having a partner AI makes one hell of a difference. I guess I need to train a successor, and figure out how to prepare them.
I don't think this is a job you can prepare for. You live it, and do your best.
There's only one way to find out what kind of Pathfinder you are.
Guess so.
For now, friends, I need your help. The first wine bottled in Andromeda, sent back to the Nexus.
A good thing I brought my flask. Damn, that smells good.
Seemed worthy of our first proper meeting together. If we have a toast.
To our crews, our Sams, and each other. May we always find our path home.
Hater. Hey.
Ah, Ryder. Your pilot said you were helping Major Salen Vaughn with an investigation into Dr. Adden.
You know Salen?
Only by reputation. One of STG's finest back in the day. I tried to help him with Adden, but sort of stalled.
What do you make of Salen's theory that someone betrayed your people?
It doesn't seem possible, but there's so much that doesn't fit otherwise. I reached out to ARC leadership, the ones who woke up first, but they keep putting me off. I had an idea, but it might not be completely legal.
Hey, if we don't break the rules, who will?
One of those ARC officers, Rand Lon, has an apartment here. If he's busy, he won't be around. And a quick scan wouldn't hurt anything. Just see what's there.
Cool.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
Okay.
After a high-profile exile, Krogan are returning to the Nexus. The Krogan have been welcomed back into the initiative after officials accepted their push for equal status. Clan leader Nakmor Morda welcomed the support and resources. New Tachanka Williams Bender, Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs, has been fired after his caught stealing.
Up there.
Fireworks in Sefesta.
Locked.
I may be able to hack this, Pathfinder.
May, you will.
And we're in. Definitely the apartment Hager mentioned. Freshly vacuumed.
Traces of dust still remain. Based on the Scourge radiation count, they came from a remote world.
So Rand Lon, or someone in his apartment, when exploring out there.
Okay.
Password protected. Little help, Sam?
Accessing. It contains financial and personnel reports. However, the EM signature suggests data was recently cleaned.
It's been watered recently.
A single fiber is caught on a leaf. It shows traces of novetamine,
A drug?
a neurodepressant reported in some Andromeda wildlife. This plant is not one of them.
Okay, something's fishy. Sam, can you work out which planet the dust on the floor came from?
I have a candidate. No record of any official visit. Once in orbit, I can approximate a nav point.
What are you doing in my apartment?
You must be Rand Lon.
Yes, you're the one who saved our Ark. What are you doing here?
My fault. I'm visiting a friend, and Well, these doors all look alike.
You're quite obviously not here by accident. Now please, explain why you broke in, or I'll have to report this to the militia.
Let's see.
First, explain why your console's been scrubbed, and why there's traces of a neurodepressant in here.
Probably because I visited the labs and I suffered a power surge. Shall I also explain my heart medication? My clan ornaments? You sound just like... Oh, wait. Did you get roped into another of Salen Varn's crusades?
What do you mean?
No, I won't spread rumors. You can go, but I wouldn't break into any more homes on Salen's advice.
There's obviously been some misunderstanding. Goodbye.
Please don't touch anything else on your way out.
Still got that planet identified?
These power outages make no sense.
Oh, we.
Transfer list for an outpost, but I said no.
We've had no trouble, Pathfinder.
William Spender, Assistant Director of Global Affairs.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Fill it in. Oh. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. Do I have that? Okay, so I have 7. I need 8. What about assault rifles? Okay, cool. Cool. Hmm. Let's see. What do I have? Pistol barrel and quick receiver. Okay. What else did I need to do? Oh yeah. We're gonna reset. We're gonna reset points real quick. Okay, so we go biotics first off. Oh. What does that do? Cool. Nova. Okay. Let's see. Oh, god damn it. Okay, combat, we go. Cool. Cool. Okay, cool. Tech, so we need... I like this one. I like that. Cool. I know I'm not going to get assault turret. Okay. Let's look at... What was Annihilation? I don't like it. I mainly use these two. Cool. I don't like any of these. These are the only two I mainly use. Turbocharge and Flat Cannon. Cool. Let's see, what does Lance do? that's 6 plus 6, 10. So that's 16, 21 points. Durability, beam damage, electrical beam. I don't really use it. What does this do to me? Profiles. First off, sold. Let's go. Backspace. Okay. Let's see. No. Cool. You're maxed out. Okay.
We're on course.
Okay. Cool. Oh. Thank you for the raid. Let's go with drag. Cool. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Let's see. Sorry, it was a little bit boring. I wanted to respec for a while, and I was considering what I wanted to do. Yeah. Positively, I'm enjoying Andromeda. While it's not as good as the original trilogy, I find it has some fun stuff. Also, like, I love the idea of being able to change profiles, because when you play the original Mass Effect trilogy, you're locked into that class, so you're stuck with stuff. And I find that this is a good compromise. Also, I love I love your companions. I can go with this. Okay, so I can go here to there. Okay. Yeah. I don't compare it to the original trilogy other than the Mass Effect game. I've always said my attitude based on its own individual thing. It has a lot of good stuff. will say drag reminds me of Rex so much.
Pathfinder, these are the approximate coordinates extrapolated from the Solarian apartment.
This was sure worth the trip.
There's sand traps all over. Let's look under the surface. Something was here, then dragged. That way.
Yeah, I like the differences. It makes it fun. Now I'm curious to how if they'll take any
Scavengers. I'd be
any
careful.
ideas
Out
they
here they're
got
dangerous.
from
The trail leads right to them.
if they'll take anything they've learned from the first two from Andromeda itself.
Salen?
He's hanging in there.
Pass the metagel. Let's get him back on his feet. Salen, what happened to you?
Salen? Very familiar for our first real meeting.
Not funny, Solarian.
I contacted you, hoping one of my suspects would do something reckless, and unfortunately, he did. I imagine I was supposed to vanish out here while he used my cloak device. Any Salen you met was Dr. Adden in disguise.
Wait, he asked me to analyze leads that could implicate him.
Let me guess. Adden asked you to scan those leads. I suspected the traitor was hiding messages on optical encoders. Those messages were the real proof I needed, but a powerful scanner like yours would wipe them. Adden used you and, my investigation to cover his tracks. Canny bastard.
I feel like you and Dr. Adden are taking turns yanking my strings.
Then who was Adden's puppeteer? Everything comes back to our arc. Adden didn't have the clearance to alter logs or affect the nav computer, yet he's obviously guilty. I suspect Adden is the front man for a conspiracy involving the Ket. He's the key to blowing it open.
Right, except Adden got rid of anything we had on him, and I'll bet Rand Lawn has disappeared.
Adden. He forgot the dart he poisoned me with. Still in there, with the ballistics intact. Contact Eden, feign ignorance, and ask for a meeting. I'll be there to arrest him.
We'd need somewhere to meet Aden, somewhere neutral.
There are caves on Kadara that might be suitable.
Send the word.
Okay. Then we go back. But yeah, I love the being able to switch, and I get to play around with abilities. Now that I actually read on how to dodge. Though the fun part about this is, since I DM D&D, Pathfinder, and all that, this is giving me ideas for diverging paths on my Pathfinder game, on my Mass Effect game I'm running, where the first few sessions will be in the between Mass Effect 1 and 2, and then there'll be a junction where they can either depart with the Andromeda initiative, or they'll stick to the original timeline.
Orbiting Kadara.
And my idea is, if they go the Andromeda route, I would turn the title Pathfinder to more of what Spectre became in the Milky Way. Stop rolling down this.
Now that you're running like a kid again, let me know if you need the Pathfinder to disappear.
Excuse me?
Just saying, treat her right. I've cut friends loose for less. Goes for you too, Vetra.
Oh, crap.
There you are. Did you investigate those leads?
I learned you're a Ket collaborator and a murderer.
Who's one victim short?
So it's true. Old spies really do live forever.
This old spy would punch you if he wasn't carrying evidence in his chest.
I tried to give you a decent burial, Major. There was no time to convince you of our cause.
Save it, Aden. You betrayed your people. You'll never see daylight again.
My people agreed to this. Several of us woke early, prepped the Ark, and then we found the Ket, an unstoppable enemy. So we made a pact. Sacrifice our Ark to the Ket and learn their secrets, so one day we could destroy them along with their exaltation.
Hey, I know how not to get exalted. Get ourselves exalted. You idiot!
Listen, there is an empire of Ket beyond Helios. All-powerful conquerors who will invade us eventually. The secrets we learn could stop our extinction before it begins. Give us our freedom, and they're yours. Don't let this go to waste.
What exactly are you offering?
The intricacies of the Ket Empire. Vassals, potential weak points, exaltation secrets.
Which we can't confirm. And you could have pulled out of your cloaca.
We had to sacrifice civilians for this, Major. Will you let that be for nothing?
Put this traitor where he belongs, Major.
I've got suggestions if you need them.
Arrest me, and you'll never find the others.
I've got nothing but time to look. I'm retired, remember? I owe you big for this, Ryder. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need a militia pickup, the doctor, and the biggest drink on the Nexus.
All systems green.
Feeling all right. You were clinically dead for a few seconds. I didn't even know a Sam could do that.
I didn't either. Imagine how I felt.
I'll bet. Death is the only exit, not the most reassuring words to hear. Anyway, thank you, Sam, for saving Ryder's life.
You're welcome, Dr. Anwar.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Hey, what's shaking?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk.
You know it.
Ryder, what a victory! Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
A victory feels good, and there's more to come.
You have a good team here, Ryder.
Yeah, seems to be working out okay.
If you'd like, I can provide crew training about embracing emotions.
Oh, okay. I'll think about that.
Okay, let me know.
I'll see you later, John.
Stay.
Vetra in her room? No, she's not. Liam's not there. Of course, I could just look at the map where they're at. track.
Just talked to Kesh. Looks like some of the clan are back at the Nexus. Hired on as mercs instead of part of the initiative, but still. Good call you made. Letting her keep the drive core.
New dawn for the Krogan, huh?
Never thought I'd see the day. Sovereign Krogan as equal allies. My mother would have approved.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Vetra?
I always have time for you.
You probably have work to do.
You know where to find me.
Liam.
Hey, Ryder. Thinking about our run through the Archon's flagship. Word of warning. You die again, I'm taking it to HR as emotional abuse. Stop it.
Just checking in. I wanted to ask about you.
What do you want to know?
I have to know about the car.
We'd wrench on it as a family. Mom suggested it, and Dad liked a happy mom. That's how I fell into mechanical stuff. Armor and jump jets. Mom wasn't a fan of the second part. You know how it is.
I worried my parents from time to time.
That's a kid's job. I probably crossed the line a few times, though. Like jumping a galaxy. That's why I have to make this work. If I don't, I say goodbye to too many people to let that happen.
Tell me about your friends in crisis response.
I swore I wouldn't tell anyone what they did. Stealing the shuttle for the car was above and beyond. Dondi, Base, Mazzy, Noel, Cap, and goddamn Hammond. The best people when buildings have fallen down. Eventually, I'll have to start a new branch here, you know? I promised.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Okay, so Cora should be PB. Okay, so you are definitely. Oh, so with Lexi down there. Okay. Cool.
That Archon barely sees us as sentient, strings people up like puppets. Didn't know Sam could do that to his Pathfinder. You sure you're okay?
Physically, I'm okay. The rest, it was a lot to handle.
Talk to Lexi if you need to. Or me. Losing another Pathfinder is bad enough, even with the Krogan safe. Sorry, rambling. Did you need me?
Any more Commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic prodigy. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing. Crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid now, though.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here. Feeling okay?
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, that should be pretty much everyone. Let's see. I should have nothing in here. 8 Apex, nope. Where is this at? Eh. It'd be fine if I was still doing that. Nope. Good. Okay. Okay. 2 minutes. Oh, that's that one. Okay, so we'll do that. That. I already did that. Okay, 35 seconds. Cool. Cool. We're going at it. Okay, let's do it.
The Ghost Storm technology has been fully researched, Pathfinder.
Excellent.
Mid-con
We're ready to
channels
make our
already,
push on Meridian
Pathfinder.
then. I'll call a meeting immediately. The Nexus leaders think our search for Meridian is a waste of time, but we know they're wrong. Turning on vaults won't be enough without the heart of the system.
Just to clarify, you're defying a direct order?
No, not me. We are going to defy them.
Haha, that's the spirit.
And the cat?
That's where the Ghost Storm technology comes in. Isn't that right, Hager?
Exactly. Our forged signals should divert some cat from you.
It won't be all of them, but it'll be enough.
The Tempest is small and fast. I don't need a big window. We'll drop you off and make our exit before the cat catch on.
Once we're on Meridian, it'll be a small team. Move fast, figure out its secrets.
Right behind enemy lines. Good time to assess their numbers, defenses.
And when you're ready, we'll extract you the same way we got you in.
If we come back with actuals on Meridian, the Nexus will sit up.
Sounds like a solid plan, team. Hager, you ready?
Good to go on your word, Pathfinder.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, this is it. Let's get moving.
maybe bone up on the uniform protocol, Liam? Subsection shirts?
Civilian ship. What'll they do? Dock my pay?
We get paid.
Why? You buy it next time we go to Kadara?
Are you kidding? You should see my tab.
Now orbiting Kadara.
And
If the Archon's information is right, this is the system. Meridian should be here somewhere.
Anomaly detected.
crater?
Probes launched. Anomaly found.
Ice sheet.
Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Iron node. Okay.
Anomaly detected.
Right there.
Deploying probe.
Satellite.
Satellite detected. That's it. That's Meridian.
Or Key to Sierra, as the Ket call it.
Looks like a giant space station.
Veteran's rack.
Initiating Ghost Storm on my mark. 3, 2, go.
Enemy signature detected. Commence pursuit.
Pager. It's working.
Reading a bunch of Ket headed our way. Pulling back. It's all on you now, Tempest.
We should get them as close as possible to here. Intense readings could be some kind of control center.
No decent landing sites. This could get messy.
How messy?
Ryder, looks like a flyby is our only option. I'll get as low as possible, but you'll have to eject over the target area.
I've fallen out of so many things now, I should be a pro.
Heard about your freefall to Habitat 7. Liam said he could hear you screaming the whole way down. Keep it buttoned this go-round, huh? It's embarrassing. All right, you know the drill. What's your rate of descent? Shield should take care of the rest.
Yay.
So far, so good. The Ket haven't detected us.
But once we go in, we'll be clear as day to any troops on the ground.
Don't worry about us. Just make sure you and the Tempest get out safe.
Loud and clear.
Everyone okay?
I may be old, but my plating's still plenty hard.
We'll need to survey the area, figure out what we're dealing with.
I am detecting active conduits nearby. Your scanner should be picking them up.
The Kett are really going all out to collect this tech, aren't they?
They must be desperate to figure this stuff out.
Pathfinder, while interacting with that console, I detected the presence of a complex network, connected via a central command hub.
A hub? You mean we found Meridian's controls?
Most likely, however, the hub is dark, deactivated.
See what Meridian's all about. We can start by finding its central hub.
Pathfinder, we are looking at the central command hub I detected earlier. As with the monoliths and vaults, the hub is connected to the two neighboring towers.
So activating the towers will also activate the command hub.
Update the mission specs and just activate Meridian now.
Forgetting about the Kett?
Activating a vault has previously activated a purification field. Perhaps Meridian is similar.
Let's head to those towers and see what we can find.
Pathfinder, interfacing with that console has activated a gravity well.
Yay. I love gravity.
Wow. I feel really small right now.
Pathfinder, I'm picking up radio interference, a Kett signal.
Alert! The detected signal was a decoy. Key to Zero has been infiltrated. All units are to focus on incapacitation and capture of the Pathfinder.
Not a chance they're getting you, kid.
Eat this!
Head above us! We're completely open! This isn't going well.
This place is a labyrinth. You sure we haven't been this way before? Look out! Reinforcements!
So, Pathfinder, left or right?
Right, so, command hub. Probably... I need to check out those other two towers first. Sam, what do you think?
Intense vortexes of scourge energy. I would steer clear if I were you, Pathfinder.
I wonder if there's a broken Atmo processor somewhere that's causing this downpour.
Stop fussing. A little rain won't kill you. Look at that.
How are they able to grow?
Hostile shuttle incoming.
Wow, it's all completely overgrown.
Have we been here already?
Gotta be getting close to one of those towers. We need to activate both to reach Meridian's core.
Let's light them up.
That's a lot of Ket equipment. Looks like they set up camp.
Heavy artillery! Watch out!
I detect working remnant technology. We could turn that against them.
Look out! out reinforcements.
I think that's the last of them. For now.
Okay, we take all the remains.
Stay away from that stuff! Yep, figured that out quick!
This shit just gets weirder and weirder.
Too dark. We could be ambushed.
What the hell?
Translating. Pattern 1-3. Viability 56.2%. Genetic template transmitted for testing.
Were they performing experiments on them?
Running an analysis on the glyphs. These bodies are prototypes from genetic blueprints, each more refined than the last. Using Meridian, they designed a species that would live in this cluster.
The Angara.
There is nothing in the Angaran records that hints at their origin.
Where they come from doesn't change who the Angara are now. They're still the same people. So Meridian is not just about terraforming. It's capable of creating life. But why do something like this?
I can say nothing about the Remnant Builders' ultimate purpose.
They made life. What if the Archon could use Meridian to destroy life?
Helios is home. For the Angara and for us. Together we can stop the Archon from destroying it. We'd better get to those controls. If we crack Meridian's controls first, we make sure the Archon can't use it.
Jal needs to be told about the Angara. What we learned.
I know. We'll tell Jal and let him decide how to spread the news to his people. Those observers weren't here before, were they?
You activated the Remnant systems here, Pathfinder. They are likely resuming their duties.
Some kind of plant prototype, you think?
That's a lot of these things. Why did they keep them around?
Don't like it. Feels wrong. frozen on the Angara. That's gotta be why the Ket are here. It's working. Gun's gone. It was hiding something, though.
So this is how it's supposed to look when everything is working. One tower up and running. One more to get the hub going. Did anyone actually live here? Or was this just their giant terraforming lab?
I would like to live here.
We better find something amazing at the center of this place.
We will. I got a feeling.
This is looking ugly!
And tell the Archon he's next.
Keep it up! We take them down, we take Meridian!
Kills. I could do shotguns.
That's the last of them.
What did I get? Not that good. Not that good.
Watch your step. The rain makes everything a little slick. I hope we've got a way to track where we've been. This city is enormous.
One tower left.
Okay.
Defenses everywhere, and they're all shooting at us.
Just the way I like it.
I'm just going to kill whatever's in front of me!
This was some fight.
Detecting high levels of Scourge energy. Be careful.
There's a lot of lights here. Once we get everything turned on, this place will be blinding.
Oh, come on, old man. It's not that bad. I think they're kind of soothing myself.
Zero, I'm guessing.
Pathfinder, it appears the energy waves from these craters contributed to the scourge throughout Helios.
So whatever happened here caused the scourge to erupt all across the cluster.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Huh, so the remnant builders messed up somehow.
This is an impact crater. It could have been an attack.
Getting weird readings from this thing.
Okay. Oh.
Bridge is out.
Gotta do better than this.
How long have the Kett been squatting here?
Long enough, I imagine.
I've never seen anything like this. I wonder what the remnant builders did here.
Detecting low levels of power, Pathfinder. A scan may help identify conduits.
I see the conduits, some kind of pattern here.
Okay. Okay.
Wow, I think that's fried. Will it even work?
Don't look at me.
Damage to parts of the system are preventing power up.
Can we reroute past the damage?
That may work, Pathfinder. Boosting trace signals.
Some kind of glyph on this thing.
It matches the pattern on the main console, Pathfinder.
Excellent. Let's see about rerouting the power past all the damage. So far, so good. Think that's it?
The primary console should work now, Pathfinder. Provisional repairs are complete, Pathfinder.
Only one way to know for sure.
Translating. Flight control systems online. Welcome, Administrator.
Looks like those repairs worked better than expected.
Restoring systems has reactivated something else nearby, Pathfinder.
Yeah, but what?
Translating. Exploration vessels on standby. We have seen remnant ships, but none in working condition. It says it cannot retrieve commands from the Meridian engine.
Huh. Meridian engine. Sam, do you know what... They're going to be trouble.
Forget about the catch. We've got remnants. Ryder, I detect a surge of energy on the scans. The section you're in lit up like Mardi Gras. That's because remnant are trying to blow us up. What's going on? Are you all...
Can't talk right now!
Good here. The Ket are probably waiting out there for us, so stay alert.
Got it. have access now. Unless Sam's wrong, of course.
All right, 2 towers going. Should get us into Meridian's main control room.
Huh. I've seen a lot, but this is something else.
They don't get to reap the benefits. This isn't going well.
Forgot about the remnant, didn't you? Assholes!
My money's on the remnant.
going to find here, Pathfinder?
No idea, but that looks like a gravity well.
I'll be right back at the user restroom.
Touch anything.
Finally.
A structure that big must have some kind of purpose.
Translating. Connection lost. Meridian engine not found.
This can't be it. Come on, guys, we're so close. There must be a way. Anyone have ideas?
I don't think shooting it'll help.
One moment, Pathfinder. I have found something. Translating. Final Administrator log. The opposition's weapon may cause widespread damage. All our weapons, our ships, will not be able to protect us. Protect my goal. We need to disengage Meridian from Command Core, which will remain here to draw fire. Meridian contains all the work of the Jardan. Nothing else matters. I will send it far. We can return one day. Continue the process of renewal. End of log.
The Archon was wrong. This isn't Meridian. Meridian is gone.
Then let's go find it.
They're going to bring the tower down!
This seems perfectly in line with how everything was going. Meridian's gone, and now we're stuck in a Ket shit show. Can I please get a break once in a while? Ryder, focus! We're fighting. The Ket are not taking us. Not today!
Pathfinder, the Remnant City is not without its defenses. This is its central command.
Remnant defenses. Of course. Use them against the Ket. Sam! Now!
Take that, you shitheads.
The Archon wants that one. Destroy the rest.
Watch your backs! One of those that can cloak!
I can still smell that Ket stench.
Lost visual on the leader! I knew those Ket were trouble the minute I saw them!
We can't give up on Meridian.
Kill Ket, then talk.
Tag you! Don't forget the rest of those Ket! Lost visual on the leader! It's like the Archon sent all his goons after us. Could this get any worse? I know you're around here somewhere. Think you're so sneaky, don't you? Tag you! Everyone accounted for.
We saw everything from orbit. It was incredible. The entire city lit up. The scans went wild.
And Ryder? The Ket are retreating. Whatever you did, it worked.
They got the ass kicking they needed. Hand delivered by us.
Given your command over the Remnant's defenses, Pathfinder, I predict the Ket will not attempt to recapture the city.
Any progress on Meridian? Have you got it working yet?
This isn't Meridian. Or at least, not all of it. Hard to explain. We'll brief you later. So Meridian's gone, but shouldn't this thing know the nav point of where it went?
Contact with the Scourge will have altered Meridian's original path. It would take countless years to determine its current location.
All this remnant tech around us. The Jardin had to have a plan.
I don't think they had much time for a plan.
Well, if the Scourge is messing things up, maybe that's where we should look.
What are you thinking, kid?
I was actually hoping one of you might continue the thought.
You heard Callow. The Ket are running from us.
That just means we need to push forward before they can recover. We have to find Meridian. The real one. Sam, collect all the data you can. Radio the Tempest for extraction. This is going to take work, and it's going to take all of us.
Hey, I leveled up. Cool.
Pathfinder, you seem well.
Just get to the point. We both know what you're going to say.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. We know you defied us. You went for Meridian in direct violation of initiative orders, even though our reasons were quite clear. Yet, you were correct, Ryder. We should have trusted your instincts. You have proven time and again that you deserve the title of Pathfinder. I have never been so glad to be wrong.
I appreciate your encouragement and your candor.
I am told there are still obstacles to reaching Meridian. The initiative stands ready to provide whatever support you need.
Oh, this is exactly opposite of the Council.
Pathfinder, if you're done with your call to the Nexus, I'd like to talk to you. I think I've found a way for us to find Meridian.
Where was it? Did I put it in tech?
You seem tired.
Pulled an all-nighter processing the data we received from the Remnant City. It's a lot.
Don't push yourself too hard. Someone's got...
Hello, Sarah. Have you come to see if I'm finally broken? To see what discovering that my people were invented has done to me?
Just here if you need to talk. I can't imagine what you're feeling.
I've been staring out the window, trying to figure that out.
That's new.
True. Angara are usually very free with our feelings.
Not talking about all Angara. I'm talking about you.
I'm numb. I'm in awe. There's a peace in knowing that though the universe is beyond your understanding, it doesn't need your understanding to function. That you may even have a hidden destiny.
Doesn't matter. Your people aren't shackled to this new discovery.
I agree. We don't owe anything to the Jardin. Our destiny is our own. I'm not broken, Sarah. I'm excited. The Angara were created for a purpose. We were given vaults and golden worlds. All these advanced tools. And there is nothing the Ket can do about it. The future holds more for the Angara than a never-ending war on the Ket. Much more.
For the Angara. Hell, for all of us. These are amazing, crazy days.
Really crazy. Really amazing. It doesn't matter if we were created by a god, reborn from our ancestors, or exist as the dream of an AI superpower. This discovery changes nothing except ourselves. And that's
everything.
Pathfinder. Thought you might be Callow. I asked him for nav data.
Data for what?
Mapping the Scourge. Now we know it's a weapon, I hate it more. Designed to isolate, lingers well after the war. I know what that is. It's a minefield.
You saw minefields in crisis response? A lot of wounded?
That was awful, sure. But the long term is worse. Minefields hobble the whole population, make normal life impossible. Mark this. The Ket are bad, but whoever deployed the Scourge, they're some motherfuckers.
Okay.
Hey, Ryder, you busy? I've got a surprise for you.
Yay.
Vetra?
Sorry, this way. Watch your
Ow!
shins.
Can I open my eyes now?
Okay, just a little more. Good. Open. Surprise.
This is wonderful.
I tried. It wasn't easy to get all this together, but you're worth it. I made it for you myself. It's steak. Cow.
Earth cow?
It just said cow on the packet. Does it matter?
Delicious. I love cow. I'm going to take time to savor this.
You don't have to be nice about it. I know I probably made it wrong.
Vetra, this is great, but you didn't have to.
I just wanted to do something special for you. As thanks. This journey has taken centuries. But we see the destination clearly now. Because of you. You care about my sister. You care about me. For me. Not because you can get something out of me. I love you. I just don't want to ruin it. I thought...
Nothing's ruined. It would take a lot to ruin this.
Really?
Because I love you too.
I think I know how to make all this up to you.
Please, no more food.
No. I think you'll like this.
Yay. Hey, you made it here.
We're going to some dangerous places, buddy. Hang in there.
Makes you wish for a tail that lets you hang upside down. Oh, maybe that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Yay.
Hello, Sarah. I have been contemplating our discoveries about the Angara at the Remnant City. I know who created me, and I know my purpose. I have also experienced not knowing. The difference is immense.
You're heading into some deep waters there, Sam.
Whole lifetimes are spent asking about creation, its meaning, if it has one, and if there was a motivating force.
Are you asking if there's a god?
AI have concrete answers about why they exist. If I did not, I would look for them.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why do Elcor start stampedes? Because they wish to be heard.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
It's not like being a created species really means anything. The Angara are the Angara. What matters in the end is that they exist.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Tell me about the first time you fought someone.
That'd be my first battle. It was during the Krogan rebellions. I was just some snot-nosed brat back then, but my mother wanted me to get experience. At first, it was the best day of my life. And then my mother died on the battlefield.
I'd like to hear more about your mother.
She was one of the last great warlords of her generation. When my mother fell, we all did. All my people held on, sought revenge, but we splintered. Between that and the genophage, we changed. Not for the better.
Is that why your clan came to Andromeda?
A new start? A better future? We haven't had hope like that in a long time. Well, maybe here, with you, we'll find some.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
I love Drac. Is Cora here? Nope. There's Cora.
Hi there.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
I'm probably pretty sure Phoebe will have something. Oh, there's Vetra.
We always seem to be so close, but never close enough.
You mean the Remnant City, Meridian?
I was so sure we'd reach the end. I had a bottle of Drossix Blue ready to go.
I hope you were planning to share that.
So I can wake up to the headlines, Pathfinder pathfinds victory, laid low by Turian Brew.
Not a party unless I'm passed out at the end.
From your stomach literally exploding? Why don't I find something better suited to humans? Hopefully we'll have something to celebrate soon.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Okay, Lexi's there and Sam's there. Okay, good.
It's my night off.
I don't remember approving that.
I can break bones just as well as I can mend them, Pathfinder.
What are you reading?
Harry's latest report on Scott. He's a troublesome patient.
So you're not really taking the night off?
Work-life balance has never been my strong suit.
You love what you do. Nothing wrong with that.
Tell that to my exes. How do you do it? Be both Sarah and the Pathfinder.
I don't really think about the Pathfinder thing when it comes to friends, family.
Vetra?
Sure, I have a responsibility to them, but I don't let it define me or our relationship.
Sometimes, just sometimes, real wisdom comes out of that thick skull of yours.
A compliment? I'll take it. Wait, you're psychoanalyzing me.
Always.
In the escape pod room. You should be too. Hint, hint.
Extremely quick thinking for a human.
I'm still trying to make sense of everything we learned at the Remnant City. I can't believe the Angara are designed. What are the implications?
There's so much we don't know. It's humbling.
Well, I came here for mysteries, right? Helios is more and more interesting every minute. Anything you want to talk about before we head back into it?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk.
You know it.
You see the Scourge.
Rumor has it this is quite the lawless region. No place to get stranded.
Stranded? Why would you even bring that up?
Okay.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. Anomaly on sensors.
Crater? Oh, satellite.
Probe away. Anomaly found.
Oh, wreckage. Cool. Cat.
It's far.
It's our job to be first.
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Anomaly found. Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. I'm picking up something. Probes launched. Detecting what's left of a ship.
One of ours.
picking up something. Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. Picking up something.
Satellite or ship?
Probes launched. Getting a scan.
I'll be right back.
Filed a complaint with Tan.
An entire remnant city.
Right.
Flag of the tail. That's yours, Nexus.
You're back.
People happen when you work at a bar.
Got you there, Dutch. I'll have to get used to you too, I guess. Fine. You can be a regular. What's your name?
Sarah.
I'm Dutch. That's Anan over there. Be careful. The snark is strong with that one.
Snark is good. I can work with Snark.
Ugh. You're one of those.
Looks like you're outnumbered, Dutch.
You'd think people would reconsider picking on the guy making the drinks, but no. Speaking of, wanna try this one? I'm going to call it the Tall Moose.
The others aren't here yet, but it shouldn't be long.
The others?
Cash and Vorn. If we're gonna teach you Krogan games, we're gonna need more Krogan.
Born doesn't bug you as much as you pretend he does, huh?
Yeah, don't tell anyone. He's smart, real handy with plans, kept the colony alive and going after we left the Nexus. Kesh made a good choice there. Not that I had any say in the matter.
So, fire-breathing Thresher Maws of Doom?
That's right. Pretty basic game. First one Krogan kids usually play.
I've seen vids, and I know Thresher Maws are damn huge. But fire-breathing Thresher Maws of Doom? That sounds like overkill.
You'll see. It's great.
Right, so what are the rules?
Kids game, remember? It's simple. Burn down all the other pieces on the map. You win.
I can work with fire.
This is gonna be great. Vorn's bringing root snacks. Corcrow's my favorite. I'll load up the mini flamethrowers when the others get here.
Well, at least the table's fireproof. I think.
Yeah, just don't hit the drinks. Bartender'll have a fit.
I don't believe you. You're putting me on.
Oh, Dutch, would I lie to you?
Yes. Yes, you would. Absolutely. Surfing a shut. You again. Oh, I mean, hello. Welcome to my lab. Bar. Whatever.
Oh, Dutch, look at you, getting all used to things.
Things are fine. It's people I don't like. They talk back.
Maybe they can't resist your charm.
I hadn't thought of that. Wait. You're messing with me, aren't you?
I would never.
Right. Here. Have a drink. Rotten scoundrel.
Hey, now.
The drink. Not you.
Where's Carrie? We gotta go. No. Okay, I already got all that.
Do you have just a minute? Pathfinder, do you have just a minute? Pathfinder, do you have just a minute?
The Nexus invites you to visit the newly opened Vortex. The Vortex. Let life take you for a spin.
They offered to put me on the transfer list for an outpost,
Oh,
but
up there.
I said no.
What?
At my age, family is important.
Pathfinder.
You're back.
My arrest was a clerical error. Translation, our heroic Pathfinder took an interest, and now you're bad PR. Truth hurts. A Pathfinder can handle the dangers out there. For us ordinary people, it's too much. I want to finish the documentary, take a stand for what matters. But what is that? What's best for the initiative?
People deserve the truth. Today and 1,000 years from now. Let's give it to them.
Okay, have your Sam give me everything it recorded in that remnant city. I'll give them raw footage, uncompromising every challenge we need to overcome. Thanks, Ryder, for everything.
Okay.
Hello there.
Hiya. Nice to see you again.
Okay. Let's see, is there anything here?
Need help?
I think I have that already. Cool. I have that.
All clear.
Okay.
Ryder, Vetra wanted you to check in when you can.
Okay.
Looks like we're headed to a pretty energetic star.
Deploying radiation and emission screens. Our sensors should be safe.
Cool.
I'm picking up something. Probe away. Anomaly found. I'm picking up something. Probe away. I found something.
life was fascinating to dream about. That was before the kid.
Got a reading from the asteroid belt. Anomaly detected.
Crash ship.
Probes launched. Detecting what's left of a ship. I'm picking up something. Probes launched. I found something.
More tests? You said...
I know what I said. But your protein levels are on the low side.
Doc, I'm missing 3 lungs. Who gives a shit about protein levels?
I do.
Just let her...
Hey, Ryder. What are we going to do if Meridian isn't what we expect?
What do you mean?
What if it isn't where it's supposed to be? Or it doesn't work the way we think it does?
Let's not worry about things we don't know yet.
It's just we never really know what we're going to get with this remnant stuff. I've been going back and forth. Glee one second, worry the next. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Learned that the hard way.
We still have to try. We still have to hope.
You always know the right thing to say. No matter what happens, at least we won't be alone. I'd just feel better if the Tempest had a main gun.
Hull's not built for it. The recoil will blow out all our fancy windows.
Kinetic barriers to handle space debris, the stealth drive.
And us.
You went awfully quiet.
So you can fix it?
It's just editing a config file. You could...
Let's see, let's look at the armor. Cool.
Let's not.
Pathfinder. Just the person I wanted to see. Meridian. Set on a path its creators, disrupted by the Scourge, now lost. An unmanned ship is at the mercy of ocean currents. Now, think of Meridian as the ship, and the Scourge as the ocean. If we can somehow predict the currents and track them, we could figure out where the ocean's taken the ship.
That's genius. The Scourge is the sea, moving objects around.
It's not a precise analogy, of course, but it illustrates the point.
Dr. Anwar's suggestion may indeed be our best chance at finding Meridian. The more we know about the Scourge, the better we can predict how it affects the things it comes in contact with.
We'll need better data. Probes for the Scourge, and Garen star charts.
The Initiative made charts of Helios from the Milky Way 600 years back. Perfect baseline.
I can compare that to Helios at present. It'll give us numbers, but one set won't be enough.
Sam, what exactly do we need right now?
Readings from within the Scourge itself, collected by probes planted at key points. Once enough data is collected, we'll need Initiative resources for mining and analysis. Once that is done, I can build a predictive model that will recalculate Meridian's path.
Well, sounds like a fine plan. I guess we won't know for sure unless we give it a shot. Everyone's counting on us. Let's bring them home.
That's what the Solarian Ark was worth to our officers? Thousands of lives for maybe a future advantage against the Kett? You're a better person than I, Ryder. I'd have toasted Adin in our thruster exhaust. But at least the dead and their families have some justice. Need anything else?
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
The Nexus science team is completely blown away by what you found in the Remnant City. Back in the Milky Way, did it feel like this when you were out looking for Prothean artifacts?
Are you kidding? This is way better.
I wouldn't have said it, but I'm glad you did. No offense to the Protheans. You know, the discovery of the Angaran origins have made me think hard about creation. If the Jardan were capable of creating life, then what does that say about God?
You're wondering if he could be just a scientist?
What if our creator is just like the Jardan, advanced but mortal, fallible?
Even in that scenario, a higher power could still exist.
There could always be something greater. Greater than us, greater than the Jardan. I had faith before, and I'll keep having faith. Because that's what faith is. Thank you.
out here?
I'll say. There's quite a view of the scourge. Anomaly detected. Probe away. Got a reading from the asteroid belt. Picking up something.
A crater?
Probe away. We've got a crater. I'm picking up something. Probe away. Satellite detected.
Sorry.
Probe's launched.
This is one of the chosen data collection nav points. We should release a probe. The data collection probe is prepped whenever you're ready, Ryder.
Anomaly detected. Probe away.
This is one of the chosen data collection nav points. We should release a probe.
Already did.
We've arrived at a Scourge nav point appropriate for data collection.
Oh.
The Scourge really left its mark on these systems.
It's getting dense in the space beyond. Better be careful. Anomaly detected. Probe away. I found something. Anomaly detected.
Storm?
Probes launched. Getting a scan. Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Got a reading from the asteroid belt. Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched.
Intense scourge activity is common in this area. Might be worth planting a probe. Data collection probe ready for placement.
I'm picking up something.
Intense scourge activity is common in this area. Might be worth planting a probe. The data collection probe is prepped whenever you're ready, Ryder.
Kendrax, I believe, the next one.
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away.
Intense scourge activity is common in this area. Might be worth planting a probe. Data collection probe ready for placement.
Anomaly detected.
Could be a little.
Intense scourge activity is common in this area. Might be worth planting a probe. Data collection probe ready for placement.
So that just leaves one more.
picking up something. Deploying probe.
Intense scourge activity is common in this area. Might be worth planting a probe. We've arrived at a scourge nav point appropriate for data collection. Approximating remnant ship dynamics. Sam?
Building predictive model.
Between the remnant city Meridian and however the Scourge fits in, pardon my Martian, but it's all weird as shite.
Seems busy up here. Did I get what we needed?
You got us something, all right. The key to it all. In here.
The mother of all navigational aids.
Take that back to the remnant city, find an override, and their ships will fly the same vector as Meridian.
With correction for the Scourge, you'll have its exact location.
The heart of the Vault Network. We can do it.
I need level 70 for that. Let's save and then we will call it. Because after this is the point of no return. Yeah, 86%. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.